Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today we are going to read the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. Double fertilization.
Double fertilization.
After entering one of the synergids, the pollen tube releases the two male gametes into the cytoplasm of the synergid. One of the male gametes moves toward the egg cell and fuses with its nucleus, thus completing the syngamy. This results in the formation of a diploid cell, the zygote. The other male gametes moves towards the two polar nuclei located in the central cell and fuses with them to produce a triploid primary endosperm nucleus PEN, as this involves the fusion of three haploid nuclei. It is termed triple fusion. Since two types of fusions, syngamy and triple fusion, take place in an embryo sac, the phenomenon is termed double fertilization. An event unique to flowering plants. The central cell after triple fusion becomes the primary endosperm cell PEC and develops into the endosperm, while the zygote develops into the embryo. Post-fertilization structures and events. Following double fertilization, events of endosperm and embryo development, maturation of ovules into seeds, and ovary into fruit, are collectively termed post-fertilization events. Endosperm. Endosperm development precedes embryo development. Why? The primary endosperm cell divides repeatedly and forms a triploid. Endosperm tissue. The cells of this tissue are filled with reserved food materials and are used for the nutrition of the developing embryo. In the most common type of endosperm development, the PEN undergoes successive nuclear divisions to give rise to free nuclei. This stage of endosperm development is called free nuclear endosperm. Subsequently, cell wall formation occurs. And the endosperm becomes cellular. The number of free nuclei formed before cellularization varies greatly. The coconut water from tender coconut that you are familiar with is nothing but free nuclear endosperm, made up of thousands of nuclei, and the surrounding white kernel is the cellular endosperm. Endosperm may either be completely consumed by the developing embryo. Example pea, groundnut, beans. Before seed maturation, or it may persist in the mature seed. Example castor and coconut. And be used up during seed germination. Split open some seeds of castor. Bees, peas, groundnut, fruit of coconut. And look for the endosperm in each case. Find out whether the endosperm is persistent in cereals, wheat, rice and maize. Embryo. Embryo develops at the micropylar end of the embryo sac, where the zygote is situated. Most zygotes divide only after certain amount of endosperm is formed. This is an adaptation to provide assured nutrition to the developing embryo. Do the seeds differ greatly? The early stages of embryo development, embryogeny, are similar in both monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Figure 1.13 depicts the stage of embryogeny. In a dicotyledonous embryo, the zygote gives rise to the proembryo and subsequently to the globular, heart-shaped and mature embryo. A typical dicotyledonous embryo consists of an embryonal axis and two cotyledons. The portion of embryonal axis above the level of cotyledons is the epicotyle, which terminates with the plumule or stem tip. The cylindrical portion below the level of cotyledons is hypocotyl, that terminates at its lower end in the radicle or root tip. The root tip is covered with a root cap. Embryos of monocotyledons possesses only one cotyledon. In the grass family, the cotyledon is called scutellum. That is situated towards one side lateral of the embryonal axis. At its lower end, the embryonal axis has the radicle and root cap enclosed in an undifferentiated sheath called coleorhiza. The portion of the embryonal axis above the level of attachment of scutellum is the epicotyle. Epicotyle has a shoot apex and a few leaf primordia enclosed in a hollow foliar structure, the coleoptile. Soak a few seeds in water, say of wheat, maize, peas,
Sale, wheat, maize, seeds,
chickpeas, groundnut overnight.
chickpeas, groundnuts overnight.
Then split the seeds and observe
Then split the seeds and observe
the various parts of the embryo and the seed.
the various parts of the embryo and the seed.
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 In angiosperms,
In angiosperms,
the seed is the final product of sexual reproduction.
the seed is the final product of sexual reproduction.
It is often described as a fertilized ovule.
It is often described as a fertilized ovule.
Seeds are formed inside fruits.
Seeds are formed inside fruits.
A seed typically consists of
A seed typically consists of
seed coats, cotyledons, and an embryo axis.
seed coats, cotyledons, and embryo axis.
The cotyledons
The cotyledons
of the embryo are simple structures,
of the embryo are simple structures,
generally thick and swollen,
generally thick and swollen,
due to storage of food reserves as in legumes.
due to storage of food reserve as in legumes.
Mature seeds may be non-albuminous
Mature seeds may be non-albuminous
or ex-albuminous.
or ex-albuminous.
Non-albuminous seeds
Non-albuminous seeds
have no residual endosperm,
have no residual endosperm
as it is completely consumed during embryo development.
as it is completely consumed during embryo development.
Example, pea, groundnut.
Example, pea, groundnut.
Albuminous seeds retain a part of endosperm
Albuminous seeds retain a part of endosperm
as it is not completely used up
as it is not completely used up
during embryo development.
during embryo development.
Example, wheat, maize, barley, castor.
Example, wheat, maize, barley, castor.
Occasionally in some seeds such as black pepper and beet,
Occasionally in some seeds such as black pepper and beet,
remnants of nucellus are also persistent.
remnants of nucellus are also persistent.
This residual persistent nucellus is the perisperm.
This residual persistent nucellus is the perisperm.
Integuments of ovules harden
Integuments of ovules harden
as tough protective sheet coats.
as tough protective seed coats.
The micropyle remains as a small pore
The micropyle remains as a small pore
in the seed coat.
in the seed coat.
This facilitates entry of oxygen and water
This facilitates entry of oxygen and water
into the seed during germination.
into the seed during germination.
As the seed matures,
As the seed matures,
its water content is reduced
its water content is reduced
and seeds become relatively dry.
and seeds become relatively dry.
10 to 15% moisture by mass.
10 to 15% moisture by mass.
The general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down.
The general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down.
The embryo may enter
The embryo may enter
a state of inactivity called dormancy,
a state of inactivity called dormancy,
or if favorable conditions are available,
or if favorable conditions are available,
adequate moisture, oxygen and suitable temperature,
adequate moisture, oxygen and suitable temperature,
they germinate.
they germinate.
As ovules mature into seeds,
As ovules mature into seeds,
the ovary develops into a fruit.
the ovary develops into a fruit.
That is the transformation of ovules into seeds
That is the transformation of ovules into seeds,
and ovary into fruit proceeds simultaneously.
and ovary into fruit proceeds simultaneously.
The wall of the ovary develops
The wall of the ovary develops
into the wall of fruit called pericarp.
into the wall of fruit called pericarp.
The fruits may be fleshy as in guava,
The fruits may be fleshy as in guava,
orange, mango, etc.,
orange, mango, etc.,
or may be dry
or may be dry,
as in groundnut and mustard, etc.
as in groundnut and mustard, etc.
Many fruits have evolved
Many fruits have evolved
mechanisms for dispersal of seeds.
mechanism for dispersal of seeds.
Recall the classification of fruits.
Recall the classification of of fruits
and their dispersal mechanisms
and their dispersal mechanisms
that you have studied in an earlier class.
that you have studied in another class.
Is there any relationship
Is there any relationship
between number of ovules in an ovary
between number of ovules in an ovary
and the number of seeds present in a fruit?
and the number of seeds present in the fruit?
In most plants,
In most plants,
by the time the fruit develops from the ovary,
by the time the fruit develops from the ovary,
other floral parts degenerate and fall off.
other floral parts degenerate and fall off.
However, in a few species,
However, in a few species,
such as apple, strawberry, cashew, and etc.,
such as apple, strawberry, cashew, etc.,
the thalamus also contributes to fruit formation.
the thalamus also contributes to fruit formation.
Such fruits are called false fruits.
Such fruits are called false fruits.
Most fruits, however, develop only from the ovary
Most fruits, however, develop only from the ovary
and are called true fruits.
and are called true fruits.
Although in most of the species,
Although in most of the species,
fruits are the results of fertilization,
fruits are the results of fertilization,
there are a few species
there are a few species
in which fruit develops without fertilization.
in which fruits develop without fertilization.
Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits.
Such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits.
Banana is one such example.
Banana is one such example.
Parthenocarpy can be induced
Parthenocarpy can be induced
through the application of growth hormones,
through the application of growth hormones,
and such fruits are seedless.
and such fruits are seedless.
Seeds offer several advantages to angiosperms.
Seed offers several advantages to angiosperms.
Firstly, since reproductive processes
Firstly, since reproductive processes
such as pollination and fertilization
such as pollination and fertilization
are independent of water,
are independent of water,
seed formation is more dependable.
seed formation is more dependable.
Also, seeds have better adaptive strategies
Also, seeds have better adaptive strategies
for dispersal to new habitats
for dispersal to new habitats
and help the species
and help the species
to colonize in other areas
to colonize in other areas
as they have sufficient food reserves.
as they have sufficient food reserves.
Young seedlings are nourished
Young seedlings are nourished
until they are capable of photosynthesis
until they are capable of photosynthesis
on their own.
on their own.
The hard seed coat provides protection
The hard seed coats provide protection
to the young embryo,
to the young embryo,
being products of sexual reproduction.
being products of sexual reproduction.
They generate new genetic combinations leading to variations.
They generate new genetic combinations leading to variations.
Seeds is the basis of our agriculture.
Seed is the basis of our agriculture.
Dehydration and dormancy of mature seeds.
Dehydration and dormancy of mature seeds.
Dehydration and dormancy of mature seeds
Dehydration and dormancy of mature seeds
are crucial for storage of seeds,
are crucial for storage of seeds,
which can be used as food
which can be used as food
throughout the year
throughout the year
and also to raise crops in the next season.
and also to raise crop in the next season.
Can you imagine agriculture
Can you imagine agriculture
in the absence of seeds
in the absence of seeds
or in the presence of seeds which germinate
or in the presence of seeds which germinate
straight away soon after formation
straight away soon after formation
and cannot be stored?
and cannot be stored?
How long do the seed remain alive?
How long do the seeds remain alive
After they are dispersed,
after they are dispersed?
this period again varies greatly.
This period again varies greatly.
In a few species, the seeds lose viability within a few months.
In a few species, the seeds lose viability within a few months.
Seeds of a large number of species lives for several years.
Seeds of a large number
Some seeds can remain alive
Some seeds can remain alive
for hundreds of years.
for hundreds of years.
There are several records
There are several records
of very old yet viable seeds.
of very old yet viable seeds.
The oldest is that of a lupine.
The oldest is that of lupine.
Lupinus arcticus excavate from Arctic tundra.
Lupinus
The seed germinated and flowered after an estimated record of 10,000 years of dormancy.
after an estimated record of 10,000 years of dormancy.
A recent record of 2,000 years old viable seeds
A recent record of 2,000 years old viable seeds
is of the date palm,
is of the date palm,
Phoenix dactylifera,
Phoenix dactylifera,
discovered during the archaeological excavation
discovered during the archaeological excavation
at King Herod's palace near the Dead Sea.
at King Herod's palace near the Dead Sea.
After completing a brief account
After completing a brief account
of sexual reproduction of flowering plants,
of sexual reproduction of flowering plants,
it would be worth attempting
it would be worth attempting
to comprehend the enormous reproductive capacity of some flowering plants
to comprehend the enormous reproductive capacity of some flowering plants
by asking the following questions.
by asking the following questions.
How many eggs are present in an embryo sac?
How many eggs are present in an embryo sac?
How many embryo sacs are present in an ovule?
How many embryo sacs are present in an ovule?
How many ovules are present in an ovary?
How many ovules are present in an ovary?
How many ovaries are present in a typical flower?
How many ovaries are present in a typical flower?
How many flowers are present on a tree?
How many flowers are present in a tree?
And so on. Can you think of some plants in which fruit contain very large number of seeds?
Can you think of some plants in which fruits contain a large number of seeds?
Orchid fruits are one of such category,
Orchid fruits are one of such category,
and each fruit contains thousands of tiny seeds.
and each fruit contains thousands of tiny seeds.
Similar in the case
Similar in the case
in fruits of some parasitic species
in fruits of some parasitic species,
such as Orobanche and Striga.
such as Orobanche and Striga.
Have you seen a tiny seed of ficus?
Have you seen a tiny seed of ficus?
How large is the tree?
How large is the tree?
Of ficus developed from that teeny seed.
Of ficus developed from that tiny seed.
How many billions of seed does each ficus tree produce?
How many billions of seeds does each ficus tree produce?
Can you imagine
Can you imagine
any other example
any other example
in which such a tiny structure
in which such a tiny structure
can produce such a large biomass over the years?
can produce such a large biomass over the years?
Apomixis and polyembryony.
Apomixis and polyembryony.
Although seeds
All those seeds
in general are the products of fertilization,
in general are the product of fertilization.
a few flowering plants,
A few flowering plants,
such as some species of
such as some species of
Asteraceae and grasses,
Asteraceae and grasses,
have evolved a special mechanism
have evolved a special mechanism
to produce seeds without fertilization
to produce seeds without fertilization
called apomixis.
called apomixis.
What is fruit production without fertilization called?
What is fruit production without fertilization called?
Thus, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction
Thus, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction
that mimics sexual reproduction.
that mimics sexual reproduction.
There are several ways of development of apomitic seeds.
There are several ways of development of apomitic seeds.
In some species,
In some species,
the diploid egg cell is formed without reduction division,
the diploid egg cell is formed without reduction division,
and develops into the embryo without fertilization.
and develops into the embryo without fertilization.
More often, as in many citrus and mango
More often as in many citrus and mango
varieties,
varieties,
some of the nucellar cells
some of the nucellar cells
surrounding the embryo sac start dividing,
surrounding the embryo sac start dividing,
protrude into the embryo sac,
protrude into the embryo sac,
and develop into the embryos.
and develop into the embryos.
In such species,
In such species,
each ovule contains many embryos.
each ovule contains many embryos.
Occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony.
Occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony.
Take out some seeds of orange and squeeze them.
Take out some seeds of orange and squeeze them.
Observe the many embryos
Observe the many embryos
of different sizes and shapes from each seed.
of different size and shape from each seed.
Count the number of embryos in each seed.
Count the number of embryos in each seed.
What would be the genetic nature
What would be the genetic nature
of apoptotic embryos?
of apoptotic embryos?
Can they be called clones?
Can they be called clones?
Hybrid varieties of several of our food
Hybrid varieties of several of our food
and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated.
and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated.
Cultivation of hybrids
Cultivation of hybrids
has tremendously increased
has tremendously increased
productivity.
productivity.
One of the problems of hybrids is that
One of the problems of hybrids is that
hybrid seeds have to be produced every year.
hybrid seeds have to be produced every year.
If the seeds collected from hybrids are sown,
If the seeds collected from hybrids are sown,
the plants in the progeny will segregate
the plants in the progeny will segregate
and do not maintain hybrid characters.
and do not maintain hybrid characters.
Production of hybrid seeds is costly,
Production of hybrid seeds is costly
and hence the cost of hybrid seeds
and hence the cost of hybrid seeds
become too expensive for the farmers.
become too expensive for the farmers.
If these hybrids are made into apomix,
If these hybrids are made into apomix,
there is no segregation of characters
there is no segregation of characters
in the hybrid progeny.
in the hybrid progeny.
Then the farmers can keep on using the hybrid seeds
Then the farmers can keep on using the hybrid seeds
to raise new crops year after year.
to raise new crops year after year.
And he does not have to buy hybrid seeds every year
And he does not have to buy hybrid seeds every year.
because of the importance of apomixis
Because of the importance of apomixis
in hybrid seed industry.
in hybrid seed industry,
Active research is going on
active research is going on
in many laboratories around the world
in many laboratories around the world
to understand the genetics of apomixis
to understand the genetics of apomixis
and to transfer apomictic genes into hybrid varieties.
and to transfer apomictic genes into hybrid varieties.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.